Hello and welcome back to the dungeon. Today's video is on special rules for movement within the base set of the game. Now, let's go over a quick reminder if you don't remember. Movement for characters is based off of their class. Their class gives them their base movement. So, counter Gabe here is a ranger and he has 6 inches of movement. You start measuring your movement from the edge of your base to the edge of the movement distance. So in this case it's 6, so you put it inside of your 6 inches, and that is how normal movement works. Normally, if your character has the movement to move up or down a surface, um, that's considered a climb, and you just measure the distance from your character's base as normal up to the terrain that you are climbing up, and then you measure up the terrain and have to be able to stop your movement on a flat piece. So if this character, Sergeant Rockwell, would wanted to climb up this, he would need 1 inch to move into base with the piece of terrain, and then he would need, in this case, 5 inches. Oops, 5 inches to climb up, and then would need another 1 inch to end his movement here. But he is also a ranger with 6 inches of movement, so he doesn't have enough movement to move that far normally. But since this piece of terrain has a ladder on it, if you start your round within an inch of a ladder, you can use the ladder. You can basically move the entire length of the ladder and then drop yourself within an inch of the top of it, or within an inch of any level piece that's the distance of the ladder, and that's considered your full movement regardless of how far your character normally moves. The downside to this is anyone who can see the ladder that you are climbing during their round may shoot at the ladder even if they can't see you before or after you climbing the ladder, because they would have a line of sight on you on the ladder itself while you were climbing. The same hit modifiers for whether a character is in cover or not would apply to that. So basically, if you can see 50% of the ladder, it's minus 10% to hit. The next rule I'm going to go over right now is what are called short hops. You can take a character like Mitch here. He is standing in front of a gap in the floor. But with the short hop rule, it says that you can cross any gap as long as it is under 2 inches, 2 inches or under. Sorry, and then continue your normal movement. So in this case, Mitch is going to, since he's a commando, he's going to assault counter Gabe, and he moves just straight across. Now, if the gap is bigger, your character would be considered falling, so you would move out that far, fall, take any fall damage that you would take, and then continue your movement. Fall damage is equal to the number of, or is equal to, if your fall is greater than your total movement, every 2 inches beyond your total movement value, you take 2 points of damage directly to your character. It doesn't go to your armor, just straight hit point loss. And then from there, once he's moved over the gap, Mitch is now would now basically get his normal close combat attack. And finally, the rules on jetpack. The jetpack works similar to the way grenades or the health boosters work, where you can use it at the beginning of a round or at the end of a round as a free action. So what Romeo here is going to do is activate his jump pack. The jump pack allows you to move 15 inches in any direction, vertically, horizontally. You can move downward and not take fall damage. So what he is going to do is he's going to take a shooting action, but before he does that, he's using the jetpack rule to use his jetpack to move 15 inches, or up to 15 inches, to move right here. Then he would have line of sight on Mitch, or Countergave, I believe, too, or Sergeant Rockwell, and he uses the jump pack and then still is allowed to shoot. And jump pack may also be used if you are a commando. You can jump pack and then assault, but that's for any class as well, but mostly that's the commandos thing is assaulting. So yeah, that's the rules. Those are the extra rules. I do have rules for stairs, but I'm not going to go over that until I actually have a couple of staircases which are being built right now. I just have been lagging on it, which happens. I've got like 5 other projects that I'm building on right now too. So that's the video for today, and have a good one.